bags of popcorn, 4 bags of popcorn, 5 bags of popcorn, 5 bags of popcorn, 2 sodas. It's On Cinema at the Cinema with me, your host, Tim Heidecker. Hi everybody, this is Tim Heidecker and you're watching On Cinema at the Cinema. It's a weekly it's actually not a podcast, it's a websode, where we talk about what movies are coming out this weekend, and we also give you some advice whether or not you should see them or not. My guest this week is Mr. Gregg Turkington. Greg, thanks for coming on the show.
Hey guys, glad to be of service, giving some insights and behind-the-scenes information on some of the new movies. And good to be here with you, Tim, and also good to be showing one of my short films later in this episode.
Well, let's not cut to that yet. All right. The first movie we're going to talk about is Zero Dark 30, which is a documentary about the hunt for Osama bin Laden, one of the original bad guys in cinema and in the world. And as we all remember, so many years ago, a couple years ago, we had the death of Osama bin Laden, killed in action after we spent years hunting him for the murder of 9/11 and who is responsible for terrible terror, and about the men and women who did take him out and killed him, and all the work that went into going through that with the Navy SEALs and the attack on his compound because of where they knew where he was. And it also goes through the hardships that went through with getting that done, and it goes through to the end. And this was a very important documentary about this killing. Very sobering reminder of.
Well, it's not really a documentary. It's they're using actors, and I liked the movie a lot. It was a popcorn movie, but it's history. This film is history, and reliving the history so soon after it actually happened was kind of a thrill, quite honestly.
Yeah, we've seen this in other documentaries where they make a documentary about, for example...
It wasn't really a documentary. It was more of a dramatization.
Mm-hmm. Same thing.
Well, it's a little different, but it's a great film either way, and the guy who played Osama bin Laden was very convincing.
And everyone knew that they were going to nail this guy, Osama bin Laden, this pig. And finally, at the end, it comes. And though you know it's coming, it's still a great surprise. And everybody in the audience that I was with cheered for joy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good film. Definitely brings back some memories, some good, some bad. I would have liked to have seen, if I have any complaint, would have liked to have seen more about Osama bin Laden's life before all this stuff happened, sort of how he filled his days and that sort of thing. And they didn't really get into that, so that's one flaw of the film.
Right. Well, a lot of great acting going on in this. Chris Pratt, Jessica Chastain, Joel Egerton.
These are no-name actors. It's a cheaper sort of movie. They couldn't afford to pay Harrison Ford or Mel Gibson or something like that.
You know, it's interesting. I was watching The Dictator, the great Sacha Baron Cohen movie.
Classic.
And I thought to myself, wouldn't it have been an interesting casting choice to cast Sacha Baron Cohen as Osama bin Laden? Mm-hmm. And that could have been kind of very, in the same way that you might cast somebody like Bill Murray, like we saw him playing Roosevelt.
I would not cast Bill Murray as Osama bin Laden.
Oh, no, I'm not saying we cast Bill Murray as Osama bin Laden. I'm saying Sacha Baron Cohen has Indian-looking features. He might be more appropriate for playing that kind of part. And it would have been, he could have gotten that sort of perfect mix of humor and tragedy, which makes for great movies.
And he might have included more scenes about Osama bin Laden's life before he was murdered, which is what interested me about the movie, in which they didn't really cover.
Great movie nonetheless. Definitely an Oscar contender in my book. I'm giving
Not the bigger Oscars. I mean, that was going to go to The Hobbit. This would be best sound or costumes and things like that.
Well, not costumes. It's just a bunch of rags and camouflage that you can get at Army Navy store.
Yeah, but the guy... yeah, okay, whatever.
3 stars.
Yeah, I'd give it 4 stars.
Like a 4-star general probably had something to do with the
operation. You know what? I'm giving it 4 bags of popcorn.
3 bags of popcorn from me. And so changing gears just a touch here, we got the second movie we're going to discuss today called Monsters, Inc. 3D. Re-release of original 3D. Re-release of 3D in original 3D. We usually don't do re-releases, but this is a big one, folks. And some people said to me, oh no, are they going to recast the voices? But no, they haven't. Billy Crystal and John Goodman are still in this movie. They're fantastic in it. And so that's a big sigh of relief from a lot of people I know. It's great for kids, but it's also great for old folks and everybody in between. Your thoughts on this one? I loved it.
Osama bin Laden, that film should be called Monsters, Inc., because he was a
Monsters,
total
Inc.
monster. But no, this is something different. This is, of course, the old Monsters, Inc. We've seen it a million times, seen it on TV. No reason really to go to the theater, but...
See, I think you're wrong there. I think it is important to go see this movie on theaters. So go check out Monsters, Inc. I'm giving it 3 stars, 3 corns.
I loved the movie. I'm going to give it 5 buckets of popcorn. But watch it on video.
You're crazy. You're wasting your time if you're sitting at home watching this on your shitty TV.
The theater that I went to, the 3D, was not working properly, and with the cost of parking these days, it's not validated.
Money is no object when it comes to great entertainment.
I just assume stay at home, and I love the movie. I love this movie. It's one of my all-time favorites, but I think you're better off buying it. You can buy it on eBay, place a bid, and see what happens. You might get lucky.
No, well worth the money to go see this live with a bunch of friends, and also see with a great crowd.
Well, you
Go
can have
see it
your
on
friends
Friday
come
night.
over to your house too and see the movie. You don't always have to go somewhere with your friends.
I'll tell you
And
what,
the
if
gas
you wanna-
crisis. That's why Osama bin Laden. One of the things that made that movie interesting is you have the gas crisis, and we're tired of the gas prices. How about you save a few dollars? Have the neighborhood kids come over if you don't have kids yourself.
tell you what.
And it's a lot of fun.
All right, well, I give it 5 and 2. So what are you giving it?
5 microwave bags of popcorn
Okay, we
and
got it.
two
All right.
2-liter
Well,
bottles
we're gonna
of
have
Coke
to disagree on that.
with some cups, and you pour it for every kid in the neighborhood, and they can all come over and watch the movie.
We're
Everyone
gonna have
saves
to.
money.
Okay, we agree to disagree, but I think we both agree. Go see Monsters Inc. in the theaters this weekend.
Or at home on your home theater system.
All right. We're going to cut to another episode of Gregg Turkington's On Cinema on Location. Show that.
Hollywood, California. Every street has a story, and these are but just a few on Cinema, on Location. Welcome to a sad, somber edition of On Cinema, on Location. This edition is in memory of Bela Lugosi, the great horror actor from the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, who you may have seen and loved in movies like Dracula and The Mummy. And we're here right now at the apartment where Mr. Lugosi passed away one sad, gloomy day many, many years ago. Bela Lugosi, the great Bela Lugosi, died right here. Piece of Hollywood history for you. Back to you, Tim.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Holidays are coming up, so we've got some holiday movies coming next week. And until then, Zero Dark 30 gets...
3 bags of popcorn each.
I get 3 bags of popcorn for that. And Monsters Inc. 3D gets 5 bags of popcorn from me.
And from me too, but again, stay home and watch it.
Check that out in the movie theater this week. All right, well, guys, thanks again for watching and enjoy the film.
I got a nice plasma TV. I don't need to go to the theater to watch it.
deleted
They're probably
scenes.
showing it off the DVD anyway.
Get out of here.